I am better than him. Huh? Who is he saying this to? To the one that created him.
Right.
Huh? So now the greatest enemy we all have, whether we are black, yellow, or what Caucasian they want to call it, huh? Is we have one enemy. And that enemy is Iblis, which was created before we was created. And he said, oh Allah, I would deceive them. I would come before them and behind them, from the side, from their left and from their right. And you will find most of them ungrateful. We know this, and this is a certain statement. So inshallah, with I hope I answered your question.
Oh, you did, absolutely, absolutely. The stage that we see in the streets right now, civil unrest, started somewhere. What do you feel is the beginning, or was the beginning of the start of the civil unrest that we're seeing right now? Was it just the release of the virus, or was it something else?
It's something else. The power of Dawud. Disease. Look, the angel of death, and I'm going to have to talk in this two ways, because I can't talk without the absence that death is a living entity, not a myth. It's not coming from Greek mythology. And it follows commandments and orders. You get a list of names who select. When we look at how did it start, the coronavirus.
Was it a hoax? Now, I'm not.
A lot of people.
I'm not saying it was a hoax. Yes, it's a real virus, but in the sense that it has overwhelmed everyone's life. Is it a hoax?
The point that notice one thing that not happening. They are giving us how many people have died from the virus.
In the thousands.
I get it. The brothers is always sending me, especially from Louisiana, how many people done died, and you look at it global and so forth. How many people died from a heart attack during this period? How many people have died from cancer during this period? All right. So let us go back to the record and look at how many people died before the coronavirus came into existence, or before it was publicized. How many people died? And just go, not 2018, 2019. Was there any panic structure?
No.
Okay. So let's say it's not a hoax. When the people action becomes so low, the system, and we can say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, punish them. When the people are Luke, listen, man, had the habit of liking their own sex, man on man, Allah destroyed them. It was an illegal act against the laws which Allah has put people into. The same thing that we have in today. When the people was dealing in injustice and weight in business, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a punishment. Huh? Now most people like to talk about the Bani Israel, the Musa alayhi salam. When Fir'aun, no matter how bad the people was, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a message to him, correct yourself. When he refused to do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent against him different types of plagues. So let us say the corona is not a hoax. So who brought it into existence? We can say the lab, but the lab do not have the power to bring in life. It has to come in with the permission of Allah. And death cannot, the disease that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought in cannot give an order to death. Only Allah can.
Okay, so the coronavirus, it can't kill you, but Allah can kill you.
Allah. See, there's a difference between death and killing.
Okay.
I can have the intentions to kill. But if Allah has not sent the angel of death to remove the soul, life will still be there. Because when the degree of the soul being removed, it starts coming up. Right? Subhanallah. The coronavirus don't have that intelligence. How do how do our soul leave the body? You see? And what is this connected to? So when we talk about short-term life, we're looking at a person who just looking at a person laying there and they say, he's finished, Kalas. Huh? But we know as a certain that he's fixing to head for another door. And when he hits that grave, no matter which way it looks, his soul is taken up into the heavens. Either it is accepted or rejected. Different systems. We live in a small solar system. You know, when you get in a plane and you fly, let's say a mile up, we can't even be seen.
True.
And that's only a mile up. In our solar system, this planet cannot be seen.
True.
And yet still comets is coming from another solar system or in our solar system towards our solar system. Who created that? You see? So what our people is going through today, this coronavirus, to protest against injustice. And all of these things is very important. Okay? Very important. But they need guidance. They need a system of guidance. And we have seen the Congress, whether it is the Republicans or Democrats or freelancers, have a very small brain. They can't figure out the answer. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the answer to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which has given it to us. And our scholars, whether they are muftis or alims or whatever they want to call themselves, have the answer to it. But because of fear and uncertainty and disconnected themselves because of nationalism and culturalism and colorism, have separated themselves from the reality that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed everything. And it's part of our belief. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rasulihi wa yawmal akhiri wa qaddara khairihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala wa ba'da. That's part of our basic. If we are not certain here, I don't care how much knowledge we claim. I don't care how long we've been into school. I don't care what title they put behind us. If we have fear of anyone other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we are hiding the truth from the people. So it can be for the fear of money, or the fear that we are conquered, or the fear that we would disapprove. So, if I want, I won't use the word, if I want the white people to love me, okay, they got the power, right?
Right.
They got the banking system. They got the jobs. They print the money.
Right.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shine their shoes.
Okay.
I'm going to be just like that house nigga. Yes, sir, boss. Huh? I'm going to be a good servant. But because I'm Abdul and a servant that has said La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, huh? I can't do that. I am a good servant to Allah. So never will I try to please somebody else and displease Allah.
Okay. You heard it here. I'm sure you've heard it before. Never try to displease someone else. Worry about displeasing Allah. That's what the Sheikh says. We are here with Sheikh Shamsudeen Abdul Sabur. We're going to take a break and we'll be back right after this.